It's 8:32 for me, so let's start. And whoever join us, thank you very much for joining us. We're very excited. I'm very excited to be here and to host you for this webinar. My name is Miki Atir. I'm working at Photomyne for almost 8 years, and my role at the company is the CMO, is the Chief Marketing Officer. And I'm very happy to be able to present this webinar, as I truly believe that Photomyne is a project. And as a project, you need some guidance to help you through the steps of starting it and following this. And our idea is to help you through all the steps using Photomyne and to help you scan your old photos. Again, some housekeeping rules. So this webinar is recorded, so you can definitely feel free to leave us before it ends, and we will send the recording once it's over if you rolled up to the webinar. Also, please feel free. We have Laura with us. Laura is our customer support manager. She is a panelist in this webinar, and she's running the Q&A section. So definitely every question that you have, something that you didn't understand, please make sure to write in the Q&A. She will see all your questions and will answer those in real time. And anything she cannot address or something will be very, very fast, I can address at the end of the webinar. We will also give about 5 to 10 minutes after the webinar is over. You can go through all the questions and see some subjects that you didn't understand. So having said that, I think we're totally ready to start. And our idea is to unlock the past and to preserve family photos. That was the vision of Photomyne. This is what we're trying to do. So we will start by presenting myself. So this is me, Miki. I live in Tel Aviv, and I was searching for a photo from back in my childhood. And this is the only photo I found for me as a kid on my first day at school. And I was looking very hard to find one specific photo. And I only have one photo of that specific day. So you see me sitting on the tree, waiting for school. Very, very happy. And I think, this is the only photo that I have about 40 years ago. And nowadays, those are my 3 daughters, Nomi, Alma, and Daphna. And I think those are probably 3 out of, I would say, 7,000 photos that I took and my wife took on their first day at school this year. So this is the big difference for what we had in the past with the analog photography and everything to what we have now. Now we have a total mess in our Google Photos, Amazon Photos, whatever you keep your photos. But the old photos that we kept very, very close to our chest are now stuck in boxes and attics, and we definitely want to preserve those. So, another cute story about my family is that my father was a photographer in Tel Aviv. And as that, he took a lot of photos, and everything he used to organize in albums and shoeboxes. And when he died, we moved everything to my aunt's house, and we put it in the closet. We put it on shelves, and nobody touches it. So I thought maybe why not to use Photomyne and start scanning it? Because probably if my grandfather was a photographer, he probably had amazing photos. And I actually found amazing photos from the beginning of the establishment of Israel. So, and all those photos were stuck in albums that nobody can see. So I took the privilege of scanning those photos with Photomyne and handing them over to the National Archive and having more people to be able to see amazing photo from the past in Tel Aviv. And I think this is the reason why Photomyne was established and why we want to help you to preserve your photos. Okay, so we start by saying that we are looking at about 200 years of photograph history that we want to make accessible for everyone to use. We want to keep it from generation to generation to make sure that those amazing treasures are being kept somewhere close. And we're not talking about, archive or museum when they have those big scanners and they have this entire team who is scanning photos all the time. We're talking about personal history of people that took photos of their families and wish to preserve it for years and years. And this is why Photomyne was established. We're talking about almost 4 trillion photos, slides, and negatives worldwide. So it's a worldwide issue, right? We have photos in Photomyne from China, in the US, India, all over the world. There are photos that people develop over the years that needs to be scanned. But it's not only photos. It's more than that. It's slides, it's negatives, And it's all other pieces of documents that we want to keep forever. So we are talking about that Photomyne helps you to document the history and make sure that you not only documenting the history by taking a photo of a photo, but if you look here, so you'll see that we are trying to apply more layers of content to those photos. So if it was a black and white photos, we wish to colorize it. We want to add details to this photo. Who is in the photos? What year it was taken? What's the location of this photo? Those are so important for us to keep forever and ever, because when other people will open your digital archive, they want to learn more, history about it, and they need some reference. So this is what, like, one of the visions of Photomyne. So our main goal is to reconnect with past memories, and we wanted to do it by using a device that everyone has at home, in your pocket, very, very strong device, which is your mobile phone. And everything can be done through the mobile phone and your iPad, right? This is only iOS for now. So if you also have Android, we're totally available on Android, but definitely we are going to focus on iOS tonight. And we want to do it on the mobile phones, as we truly believe that nowadays phone with the high powerful cameras can definitely be good enough and be amazing for scanning photos and keep them forever. So this presentation and webinar will be set on 2 chapters mainly. It's going to be fast. So one is the product, what we develop just in the presentation, so we can have everyone aligned. And the second phase, which will be the longer phase, will be that I'm going to do a live demo how I use the app. And again, all I'm doing could be also be found on our YouTube channels, and you can email support, you can ask questions. So we are here to stay. And in this means we're saying that we're here to support you through all the steps. And this webinar is just the first step in this process. Okay, so this product is talking about fast and high quality digitization of photos. We have a suite of apps that allows you to actually take all your physical assets, if it's, slides, or negatives, like this, or photos, like all photos loose, or albums, and have an easy way to do it with using your mobile phone. We also wanted a dedicated solution for different types of media. So I was talking about scrapbooks, photos, negative aside. I'm going to elaborate on that in the next chapter. But we also wish to present you our Amazon store, which actually came up from one of our users who helped us understand that, you can definitely scan with your mobile phone holding it and use it, but you can also get accessories, very generic ones that are very, easy to find. And we also sell them on our Amazon store, which will help you become more professional. We're not talking about professional in a way that you need to invest a lot of money into it. Just, very simple accessories that can help you in this process. And when we look at that, we're talking about a phone mount that I will show you in the next slide, or a light pad. So after I finish the presentation, I wish to show you those products. Specifically for this webinar and for a week, we have a coupon code, if you see here on the bottom left corner, of if you go to our online Amazon store, and don't worry, we will send you a link. And also you can go to the Amazon store on your phone or desktop and just type Photomyne accessories. And everything that you add onto your cart and go to checkout, you can use the coupon code 30Photomyne to get a discount on your accessories. We will also show you how you can get a free phone mount by subscribing to our yearly plan. So again, you don't need to write everything. I'm gonna send everything very organized after this webinar is over. Okay, so the chapter 2 is the key features. Then we're going to finish with the presentation. We're going to open the phone, and we're going to show you exactly how it works. So we are talking about that Photomyne have the entire technology being inside the app, meaning that you can even work without a Wi-Fi. So once you download the app, of course you need internet for that, and you all downloaded the app. All the technology is being inside the app on the device, and it's consists of algorithms that will help you with the scanning, colorization, enhancement of the photos. So everything's being done on the device, no need to be connected to any server or anything. It's just very easy to use. Okay, so the first algorithm that I'm going to show you is what we call the auto detect algorithm. It means that Photomyne, in contrary to other apps, can scan multiple photos at once. What does it mean? That I can take a whole album and just, stand above the album or three loose photos, as you can see here on the left side, and just snap with the app, and the app will auto crop, will find each photo individually and will crop it for you, meaning that this photo that was now, in an album or a loose photo in a shoebox is now digital. And after digital, you can start adding it. So definitely our main feature is the auto detect. You can scan 2 photos at once, 3, up to 20 photos at once. Of course, to get better resolutions, we suggest you to scan minimum as possible. So if you have time, you want to scan one by one, you can definitely do it. If you want to speed up the process or the photos are big enough, you can definitely scan 2 or 3 or 4 together. It will help you in the scanning process. It really depends what kind of target you wish to do with your scanning project. Okay, we talked about scanning modes. So definitely we integrated the entire technology of Photomyne into one app. You can also download each app separately. So we have an app for scanning film and scanning slide, but you can also download Photomyne and use this entire technology inside Photomyne. So we're talking about 6 different modes of scanning. So we have photos, we have slides, we have negatives, but we also give the option to scan scrapbooks, as I know a lot of people wish to do that. And in scrapbooks, everything has been cut like very different. So you have to make sure that you keep the entire page set. So you can definitely do it. We have a text algorithm that knows how to scan documents, and also kids art, meaning that you can take those, kids art that come from school, and come to visit you, and then you can just scan it and keep it also on Photomyne. Very easy. Another feature and another algorithm, AI algorithm that we are using is what we call colorize. So definitely the app recognizes if a photo is black and white and will suggest you to color it into color. It doesn't mean that you lose the black and white photos. It duplicates the photos and gives you the option to see it in color. I think it's amazing. I think a lot of, it gives new life to the photos and makes it more vivid. Another cool feature is what we call Sharpie. The Sharpie feature find the face of each individual in the photos. And if the face is blurry, it can apply another layer of filter that will make it more vivid, right? So we're not changing the face, we're not swapping it. It just, an extra pixel to help the face to become more vivid. And it really helps when you look at the old photos, because now photos, back in the days, all the photos were of people standing in front of the camera. So it wasn't selfies, but we took photos of our family. We wanted to make sure that the people are inside the photos and we see their faces. So definitely I'm gonna demonstrate it in the next chapter. Another cool feature which you can try is build a family tree inside the app, meaning that all the photos you scan or import into the app, you can then organize into a family tree, which will give you a very nice way to see your family tree inside the app using the photos that you scanned. So it's a very nice feature. The last feature that I'm gonna show you today is what we call the AI couple portrait. So AI is a big word nowadays, and we also use this use case that we thought was very, very interesting. So it's called like AI couple portrait, and we're talking about creating an imaginary meeting of 2 people who probably never met. So in this example, for example, we see Natalie, which is our chief product officer at Photomyne and one of the founders, as an adult. And on the right side, we can see Natalie as a kid. And using AI and uploading 3 photos or 3 to 8 photos of Natalie as an adult, 3 and 8 photos of Natalie as a kid, we can combine and create a very cool album that has 60 variations of Natalie and her young Natalie together. And this is very, very funny and amusing. And you can also share it and you can create a lot of use cases. So in this case, it's Natalie with herself as a kid, but can also be with your favorite football player, right? So this is Noam, our chief video officer, which runs all the video in the company, and he loves Maradona, right? So he took some photos and created it. Another use case is also with Taylor Swift, very, very nice and easy. Okay, so I don't know if you noticed, but Photomyne is free to download, but we encourage you to upgrade to our premium plan, right? It's not mandatory. You can use the app and scan the photos that you wish, but in some of the cases, you might get some limitation and probably see some ads during the process of scanning. So we encourage you to become subscribers. We have 3 options for that, a monthly or yearly, which in the yearly plan that costs $40 in the US, you can also get for now a free phone mount that will allow you to become more professional. For the next 2 weeks, the mount is only available as a gift in the US and the UK. I'm sorry for yeah, but in the after 2 weeks, we will be able to also ship it to Canada and Australia as well. So I will definitely show you the phone mount and everything. And we also have a one-shot option, a one-time option, which is valid for 10 years, which can give you some peace of mind of that. But to test if you want to taste the app, you can definitely log in into and opt in into the yearly plan. We also give 3 days trial when you can cancel your subscription, as any Apple subscription. It's really easy to cancel it, and you can definitely try the app, everything. Okay, the gift for you, we will leave to the end of the webinar. I'll stop sharing, and I want to show you, and again, Laura is here to answer all your questions in the Q&A section, so definitely use these advantages. I wanted to show you our accessories. So I'm going to connect one because I want to use it. So this is the phone mount that I was talking about. It's a very easy product to use. It has a place to place the phone, and you can just snap it to the table. And once I connect it to the table, I can definitely use this phone mount to scan the photos, and I'm going to show you that in a few minutes. Another tool that we have, another accessory, is what we call the light pad. And the light pad is an accessory to help you with scanning your negatives and slides. You can see here, it's just a light source that will allow you to use it for scanning negatives and slides, because they need a light source to use that. We also have a very nice accessories that we just launched, which is the slide viewer. So it's an easy way to place a slide here or a negative and just view it before. It can also be used for scanning the slides. So definitely something that you can use. And we have some other accessories that you can definitely go to our Amazon store and check. But now I promise we're going to move to the live demo. So I'm going to share my phone and you can see it. So give me a second with that. Okay. So I'm sharing my phone. Okay, hope everyone can see it. Okay, now I'm opening the Photomyne. It's the Photomyne. We have this app. Okay, and after I open the Photomyne, I'm gonna delete this album because I want to show you the first screen. Okay, so the first screen that you see, if you haven't scanned any photos at all, is the screen of our album page. And in this screen, you'll see on the top part of the screen, you'll see announcement. So we're now announcing about the webinar that I'm having. But the movie that you see here give 5 easy steps to start using it. The most important rule when coming to scan photos is you need to make sure that you don't have direct light in front of the photos. So we totally recommend you, and you'll see it in a second in the video, that you'll use a daylight. So you'll work next to a window with a broad daylight, and you can just, it'll be easier for you. It's 8:30 right now in Tel Aviv, so I don't have daylight, but it's probably easy for you if you have it there. Okay, so the first step, I'm going to connect it. I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to connect the phone to the phone mount, as I showed you before. Okay, and now I can start scanning. So as I said to you before, I'm going to place some photos. I'm going to press the red button that's say start scanning, and what I'll get is the camera screen, which means that now I'm ready to scan. So you see here that I'm working on a scanning pad, which will also become a new accessories for us at Photomyne, which will allow you to have some kind of contrast between, you don't have to worry if you work on a table that has a lot of mixtures. So you can definitely use the scanning pads. It will also be available on our store, but definitely I just took 2 photos here and I place it here. If I get closer, the resolution will be better. I want to scan 2 at a time. So the only thing I need to do is to organize the photos that will make sure that fits in the camera. And all I have to do is, if you see the circle on the bottom of the screen, I have to tap it for 3 seconds. Now, if you don't tap it, it will tell you to tap it. 3 seconds, okay. Okay, and now the app will take one by one of the photos, it will automatically crop them. So it's very, very easy to do. Now I can do the same thing that I did here. I can do it with an old album that I have. So I'm taking an old album, no need to take those photos out, just need to make sure that they are, set and fit inside, right? So I'm gonna organize it like this, right? You see, now I don't have direct light, so there's no glare. And again, I just hold it for 3 seconds and the app will do the rest. Will auto-detect the photos and will crop it for me, right? Amazing. Now I want to show you another cool thing. If I go here to another, this is me when I was 4, right? And I hold it like this. Now, if you see the microphone on the top, like part of the screen, if I press on it, it will ask me to enable voice control. Why voice control? Because I don't even need to hold the phone or press it, okay? I can just say, go, and the app will recognize my voice and will scan it for me. So 2 easy way to do that. We also sell a Bluetooth clicker that you can connect to your phone and use it also. So definitely 3 easy way to use and like really just scan photos. So this album, and this is one of the questions that I saw before the webinar, I can scan it in about 5 to 10 minutes because all I have from my 4 years old like history is about 20 to 50 photos. So if I move between the photos, I can see myself here, and I can scan it. Now, we recommend you, if you see here, the nylon here, we recommend you to just do this, and the app can do, and it will be easier for the app because it can avoid glare. So again, I'm sending it, and I say, go, and the app will crop it for me. Very easy. I just scanned, I think, about 10 to 12 photos in very, very easy way. Okay, we're gonna switch to negatives. And for that, I'm gonna bring over our light pad. Light pad needs to be connected with a USB. And I'm opening it, and I can take a negative and just place it over. I need to ship now. I need to, inside the app, 2 negatives, okay? And now you see that I moved to scanning negatives. Scanning negatives is a bit different than photos because it scans one by one. We cannot scan multiple at once, maybe in the future. So I'm gonna go as close as possible that I can. It just recognized my name, so it did it, but I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, and I'm gonna hold for 3 seconds. And again, the app will auto-detect, and you saw here, it also auto-rotate the photos to make it, how exactly I should look at that. So I can just move one by one and just use it. So very, very easy. Okay, I'm gonna place it. Go. And again, it does it for me and rotate it. And one of the parties we had when I was a kid, slides, right? Everyone has slides, I guess. I'm gonna move to slides mode. And if I go to slides mode, I can see here that I have a photo of someone sleeping. Again, if I want better resolution, I go a little bit closer. And again, he did it for me because he heard me say go. But I can take another one. Slide as negatives is also doing one by one. Okay. And I can also press it. Okay. Okay, I think we're done for that. After I finish scanning everything, I press done on the top right corner. If you haven't saw that, I'm going to show you. There's done on the top right corner. Okay. When I say done, I'm getting my album. Now the album is the place where all the photos I scanned are being stored momentarily. I can move those photos from album to album. I can delete photos if they didn't come up well. I can do whatever I want with the photos, but the idea behind it is to give one place for the photos, as I kept all my childhood in one album. When I was 4, my grandfather, he was a photographer, he did it and kept every year in a separate album. We also want to keep it like this. It will be more organized. Now, the first steps I will do is to give just like a full name for the. Okay, so here I go to the album name and I just give it a name. So this will apply to all the photos that are inside the album. but I can also tag each photo individually and give it a different name. So here we'll say Mickey, okay, 6 years. Okay. Okay, now I can also add a date. Okay, so I would put 1986. This is the date of the album. Okay, and I can also have location. The location is really easy to find, so it's all being connected. So just when you type, your location, it will find Tel Aviv, Israel, and you just keep it. If you see the microphone here as well, you can also record your voice, or someone else's voice, to give explanation and description about this album, and this also be kept. Again, our idea is to have it preserved, but to also give more reference and more ideas and tagging to the next generation. So I will not record now, but I'll keep it. We're gonna pause for a second. I want to show you the AI features and start working on it. So it takes time, but then we'll come back to the album and show you how to work on each individual photo. So as I told you before, one of our main feature is the AI. You can see it on the bottom part of the app. You see a house and then people, and then in the center there's AI. If I press AI, I will get to the AI feature, which I showed you before, which is the place to create an imaginary meeting. So all you have to do is organize, 2 people and about 3 to 8 people, 3 to 8 photos of each one, right? It has all the explanation. I'm going to show you. Okay, and the photos need to be very, very straightforward, without any sunglasses or hats or any kind of, or any custom. And when I say got it, I can either import from my gallery or I can import from the Photomyne gallery. So if I scan photos, I will be able to choose from them. It will be very easy for me to choose. In this case, I prepared an album in my device. So I go to albums. If you see here, I have in my favorites. So here are 3 photos as me as I think 4 or 5 years old. And on the bottom, this is Daphna, my youngest, and she's 5, almost 5. So I'm gonna pick 3 photos of myself as a kid. Okay, I'm gonna say add. It's uploading. And then I'm gonna pick 3 photos of Daphna from the device gallery, albums, favorites, 1, 2, 3. Cool. Now see that one of the photos, it recognizes there are 2 people. So it's asking me who is Daphna in this case. I would say that this is not Daphna, so I'm going to delete. Oh, it kept it. So I'm going to upload another photos of Daphna. Okay, favorites. I think we didn't add this. Okay. Okay, and now all I have to do is give names, the gender, and the age of the people who we added to this feature. So I would say here, this is Mickey. And Mickey is a male, and in this photo is between 3 and 5. And Daphna, she's a female, of course, and she's also between 3 and 5. And then we say last step, and it's uploading the photos. And it says it takes between 10 to 20 minutes. In most of the cases, if your internet is running fast, it will take less than that. So we will leave it aside and we'll go back to the album. So remember, we created an album, we gave it a name, right? And on the bottom of the screen, you can see 3 red buttons. The left one is what we call share. So we can definitely, from this place, tap the share. It will show you all the photos and will give you an option to choose 1 photos or the entire gallery, right? And then you have a few options of sharing because we want people to see these photos. We didn't scan it for ourselves. So you can definitely, if you wish to save it to your camera roll, or you can share selected photos. You can pick the photos that you want to share it selected, create a collage, or share a whole library, which I'm going to show you in the next phase. You can also export those photos into Google Photos. So if you are using Google Photos as your primary location of storing photos and you wish to keep it there, we recommend to duplicate those 2 storages, right? So keep the old photos at Photomyne, So we'll be organized there as old photos and the new photos. But if you want to move them to Google Photos, you can definitely do it. And now I'm gonna dive into what we call the single photo screen. So here in the single photo screen, I can navigate between the photos by scrolling from left to right, right? And for each photo, I have the options to apply a set of features which will allow me to enhance the photos and make it better. So I'm gonna close just the light pad. Okay, so here I can see that I have the X on the left side. We go from left to right. The next icon is the share. I'm going to show it in a second. The next to it is the heart shape icon. If I press on the heart, right, it will be added to the favorites. The idea behind it that you will probably generate a lot of albums, and if you want to make the top photos from each album, very easy to press the heart, and then the photos will be combined together. Again, they're not going to be erased. They're just going to be part in this. They're going to be duplicated into this new album. So here I kept it. I'm going to show it in a second. The filter, the magic wand, which will open a set of filters to apply for each specific photo, right? And then we have the magic, and then we have the colorize. But before we do the colorize, we recommend you to do the Sharpie. So the Sharpie is the diamond icon, shape icon on the top, on the right side, next to the three dots. If I press on it, it will recognize the face of me as a kid and will apply a layer which will help me to make this face more vivid. And then you have the option of choosing which kind of sharpness you want to apply for each photos. So I'll keep it like this. And after I did the Sharpie, so now the faces is much more sharp than it was before, I can go next to the Sharpie on the left side, and you can press on the color circle there, Prisma, which can colorize these black and white photos, right? So again, also in this feature, you're allowed to choose whatever color you want to keep, if it's primary or vivid or brilliant or bold. So whatever you want, I'll just keep it like this. And again, it's not erasing the photos, it's just keeping it as a separate photo, black and white, color, black and white, and color. Amazing. Now the edit button, which is below the X, if you see it, if I press on it, on the bottom, there will be a set of icons that can help me use and work on any specific photos. I can rotate the photos if I wish. It wasn't rotated automatically in the scanning process. I can crop the photos. And now you can see that when I crop the photos, right? Okay, so I can crop the photos, and if I want, I can make it, like this, and keep it like this. And I want to show you how you crop a photo. So I go to edit here and do the cropping. Okay, again, it's okay. In some of the cases, you work on an album, which I'm going to show you. I think it's important, so I'm going to show you. Okay, so if I take this album, for example, if you remember, we did it from inside the album. So when I do the cropping, the manual cropping, you will see that I see the entire. Okay, go back. Okay, if I go to this specific photo and I do the cropping, you will see the rest of the album, So if I want to take those two photos together, or if I want to make closer, I can definitely do it. So we keep the original for you to continue editing after scanning. Okay, perfect. Now, again, for each photo, if you remember from the album, I can give name, date, location, right? And even record voiceover. I can also, if I want, I can also do the back of the photos. So if I have something written, you see here, I have something written on the back of the photos, I can click scan back of the photos, and the app will just open the camera screen, and I can scan the back of the photos like here. And now this file is added to the original photos. So, here I have two options. I have on the right side, on the top right side of the photo, you'll see a small, fold. If you press on it, it will show you the back of the photo, right? So if you don't want it, you can just throw it to the trash. You can edit it. You can do whatever you want. So again, you can add dates, location, who's in the photos. The app even recognized that there is a face here. So it's asking who's in the photos. So when I work with the app, I started tagging some people. So now he suggested me, I know 2 people that you already tagged. Is this one of them? Is this Mickey? Yes, this is definitely Mickey. Or if I go and I click here, you'll see 2 photos, and this is Taira. This is my mom. So I can say, yeah, definitely it's Taira. And now this, like while tagging it, it will help me to organize the photos, creating the family tree, and like working with the app and making sure that I keep this legacy forever. In each photos, if you scroll down, all the features that I showed you before on the top of the screen will also be available on the bottom with explanation. So you don't have to like worry about anything. But here you can definitely apply the Sharpie or the colorization, or even create the filters. We also encourage you, if you have beautiful photos, and I wish that you do, and you probably got our digest. So here, if you press on this, we encourage you to publish this photo with us. We are not, giving it to anyone. It's just part of our collection that we want to, like if people want to showcase their photos, you can definitely be part of our like weekly digest. Amazing photo are there. In this case, I'll do like maybe later. Like when you press on it, we'll just get an email saying that you're approved, and then we can, like add it to a like weekly digest. We hear amazing story behind those photos. So if you have an amazing story, share it with us. We might even make a video out of it. Another small thing I wanted to show you is the postcards. So I would say it says with Taira, and I can put the theme here. And if I create this, it will create a postcard like, and then I can either share it or save it. Very easy. Cool. Now the last thing I want to show you is here is in the single photo page, but also you can access it from like different places inside the app. Is what we call the share your library. In the share your library, very easy, straightforward way to give access to your scanned photos to your friends and family. And how you do it? Very easy. If you press share your library, either from here or from the main screen, right, you'll have the option to create a message to your loved ones. In this message, if you read it, download the app here, they will be forward to download an app called Photomyne Share. Free, no subscriptions, no obligation, nothing. You just need to download for free. Opt in the code that they see here in this case, and then enter the code BAQTOS in the app. Once they opt in with this code, it will show them the entire collection that you scanned. Every time that you scan more photos, they will be able to see it. We think that in every family, there's one chief memory officer who's probably doing all the hard work of scanning, but all the family wish they have the chance to see the photos. So it's a very easy way. If I press here, so I'll be able to choose whatever source of way for me to share, if it's like WhatsApp or message or anything. Okay, so I think we're done going over through the main features. Just a few more features that I think are relevant for you to see. So we said that there's an option to share, an option to add more photos into each album in the scan option. That's on the bottom of the screen. But I can also view the photos online. And how do I do that? It's when I press desktop, which was the right icon on the bottom, I can see that I have the option to opt in with my email. If I press on the like pink arrow here, it will send me an email with a link to access my phone on the big screen, on the portal, or on the web, meaning that I will get access to it. This is only a premium feature, so you can definitely try it and send the photos to view it online, but to view the photos and edit those on our web portal, you need to become a subscriber, you need to be a premium member, but you can definitely try it and see how it looks on the big screen. I must say that the portal is a great way to edit photos in bulk and also to apply all the features I showed here, the Sharpie and the colorization and the details using your desktop and not the mobile. So a great way to use it. You can definitely try it as well. So this is the album. This is like it's a single page. Now, if I go back here, you'll be able to see that in the main album, I also have an announcement here. So keep following us to see all the announcement that we have, or our like latest features, or amazing blog posts that we are writing, or any sales that we give on our Amazon accessories. So here, for example, is like 25 off of our bundles, but again, we give you 30% off in this specific webinar. Okay, now I want to show you the last thing that we discussed before. You remember that I uploaded in the AI feature. Okay, before that, sorry for that. Okay, before that, two more small icons and that's it. So if we go to the right side of the bottom of the screen, you'll see this handbag. Inside, you'll be able to see a link to get you to our Amazon store and see all the prices for all our accessories. And one click on that will get you to the Amazon store and you can just purchase from there. And the icon next to it to the left is our sharing option. So again, we put a lot of emphasis of sharing those photos because we truly want people to like rediscover their past and to share it with friends and family. So again, all the four options that I mentioned before: share selected photos, one by one, or like multiple photos, share your library using the code, Photomyne Online, which is a portal, and export to Google Photos. In this way, I'm connected. Last thing is the people bank. So easy way to see all the people that I scan. So in this case, it's only me and my mom. But if I scan more photos, more faces will be here. Then I can add those into the app and give them names. And then I can go to the tree. If you see on the top part of the screen next to library, there is a tree. So if I go to tree, I can start adding my family tree by adding myself and then start to building it. And this, again, a great way to work with the app and also have some kind of, like piece of history inside. Okay, I guess we covered everything and I want to leave room for questions that were unanswered in the Q&A. So I'll go to what we did in the beginning. We went to the AI, and we created it. So now you see, I got a new album, Mickey and Daphne, 60 new variation of me and my precious little princess, Daphne, both of us as kids, right? So a photo that I could never imagine that I will see myself. And again, amazing photos of me and Daphne together, right? And if I show it to her, she will be like amazed. Who is this person in this photo? Is that you, Dad? Is that really you? Some of the photos are really realistic. Some of them are characteristics and some funny with animation. But it's 60 variations that you can, again, it's a photo that you can share, use, scan. It says it's powered with AI because we wanted to make sure that this is not a genuine photo. This was created with AI. It's important for us to keep it like this. And again, very, very funny. And I will show it to her once she wakes up tomorrow morning because now it's too late. And we can definitely have something together with her. Yeah, I truly believe I'm done. I'm going to switch back to the presentation and I'm going to show you how you can redeem your coupon code for the AI. And this is the gift that we're giving you. So I'm going to move this aside. I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to share the presentation again. Okay. Okay. So we said we have a gift for you. Okay, so the gift is we are giving you an option to, your first time running the AI will be for free, but it's going to be limited to 24 variations. So we're giving you another round of using the AI. Very easy to like opt in into it. So if you go from left to right, so you go to the hamburger menu on the main screen, it's our menu, it's our side menu. There you can just press help and support. From there, referral code. Your email probably should be opt-in already, but if not, just give us your email and then use the code AI webinar. Again, no need to write everything. We're going to send it to you through like email after it's over, like after the webinar is over. And once you do that, you get another round of AI. So we encourage you to work with that. And if you have something amazing that you produce out of that, we'll be very happy that you can share that with us. I'm also reminding you that we have our Amazon store for scanning products. So you can definitely, after this webinar, head on to the Amazon store and use 30 Photomyne at checkout. You need to apply it once you check out. and then it will be like discount in 30% of all accessories that you add onto your cart. Again, we will send it by email, so it's like really easy to use. I'm gonna stop sharing because I want to see myself in the big picture. But I'm saying again, like Photomyne is a scanning project, and it doesn't take a day or two to scan your entire like physical collection. It takes more than that, but we are here to help you and give you all the support that you need during this process. Laura and our team is here for you to answer all your questions through email or through chat. We also have like more webinars of how to organize photos and everything. So if you didn't catch up anything, don't worry. We're going to send this recording of this webinar right after this like webinar is over, probably tomorrow, with all the information about the AI coupon and about our Amazon store. And again, we have if you go to our like website, you can see the FAQ and everything that is there on our social. So we have a lot of information. We are here to help you with this entire process. It was a pleasure. I'm going to hand it over to Lara to see if there's any question that we need to answer that was unanswered, Lara. And if not, okay, Lara.
Hi, now we answered all the questions.
Wow, amazing. Okay, as you see, Lara is totally fast and speedy on that. So again, we're going to keep this webinar open for another 5-10 minutes, so you can scroll down through all the questions and see if there's anything that you didn't understand or you wish to answer. I'm also going to be here to answer those questions. Yeah, I had the privilege to do that. So thank you so much for like hopping over and being a part of it. And I hope you enjoyed Photomyne, and every question you have, please feel free to email us and give us feedback. Thank you so much.